This is episode 31. This is Talk to Me podcast. I'm your host, Chris.
And I'm your co-host, Brittany.
Today we got Marquis Taylor, welterweight boxer. Of course, we're gonna start off with your story, how you started boxing first, before we dig into the boxing. Let's start off when you was born and raised.
Well, I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, 3rd Ward Park. I started boxing at age of 7 in 3rd Ward at this gym called PABA. A lot of people know of it. And then boxed there for 2 years, and then moved to Savannah Boxing Club, took it to another level, and then I just never looked back.
Savannah, Texas or Georgia?
No, Savannah Boxing Club. It's a boxing club in Houston.
A boxing club. Okay. That's why I say Savannah. Okay. I got you. Like before you started boxing, like what was when you knew you was a boxer? Like some people be knowing when they're gonna be a football player.
I knew I was gonna end up being a professional boxer when I seen Warren Diaz pull up to the boxing gym. He was a world champion at the gym I just told you about, Savannah.
Yeah.
And he pulled up to the gym with Michael Bentley on rims. And I was like, well, you can get rich off this? Because I was a football player at first. So I was going to do that. I knew they made money. But then I was like, you can get money off this? And I found out you can, really get paid. I was good at it. So I was like, man, I just fell in love with it. And he really inspired me to just know I'm a boxer. And that's it.
How did you know you were good at it? You used to fight back in the day in the hood or something?
I was 7 when I started, boys gonna be boys. I fought in the streets a lot. Like I said, I started so young. I've been boxing ever since I can remember. Even before going to the gym, my pops would have me and my brother in the backyard boxing.
Yeah.
So I've been fighting my whole life.
Yeah.
Professional fight?
Nah, not professional.
So, what was your first fight as a kid? You remember your first fight?
Yeah. My first fight was in daycare.
That's when we all fight. Somebody take your lunchbox or something.
My first fight was I remember I was maybe 5, 6 years old. And I had to fight my first fight.
They kicked you out? What they did?
I got in trouble. That's it.
That's not
bad. That major.
That's not too bad.
It's only 5 years.
So you're a junior weight. They call it
welterweight, 147.
Okay, so for the people most women, because most men probably know what the weight is like, how you get to junior weight, how you get to heavyweight, how do you get to those certain statuses? What do you have to do in order to get to a heavyweight or to be
Well, it's not what you gotta do. It's just weight classes, whatever you weigh. Some people just bigger than other people, so that's how they separate, the classes by weight. You got bantamweight, the smallest, and you got lightweight, then you got super lightweight, and you got junior welterweight, you got welterweight, you got middleweight, light heavyweight, and regular heavyweight. But it's just, by weight classes. My weight class is 147, so I'm considered a welterweight. And the next class up is junior middleweight, which is 154. Then it's super middleweight, 160, then 168, and then 175. Just whatever you weigh, just to make it more even, make the fight an even fight, basically.
Yeah. And what's your typical day of training? What do you do during the day to train for your matches?
Well, I have training camps, like a 6-week training camp. I train daily, even when I don't have a fight coming up. But it's a difference, when I'm just training, I basically run, hit the bags, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, hand pads, practicing things. I may spar here and there. But training camp is it's intense. I'm training 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm cutting weight. I'm cutting from I'm cutting from the 60s. Let me just say that. I'm cutting from the 60s, and then I go down to 147.
Okay.
For in professional boxing, you only have to weigh in the day before you fight, and you get a whole day to rehydrate. So I cut weight. I cut like 20 pounds over a 2.5-3 week period.
Damn, who do so? Are you meal prep? How you eat? I know you eat.
Meal prepping, a whole lot of veggies, not too much meat. I don't really eat beef, just like chicken and fish. And I stopped eating around 7 o'clock. That'd be the hardest.
Oh, that is
Eating at night.
Yeah, that eating that. Well, shoot, I guess I'd never be a boxer.
Yeah,
So
that's
doing
tough.
that. And then I'm training 3 times a day, so your metabolism just burning because you're training so much. You're running 6 miles a day. Just
Yeah, you have to stay focused with your training and your diet too. It takes a lot of willpower. It's not just about the match. It's everything.
It's mental.
Leading up to the match. Yeah. I know you listen to some nice music when you're working out.
Motivation music.
Yeah, what's your top 5 motivation music right now? What's in your playlist?
And I swear it varies. Like, it changes all the time. But right now, what motivates me, like, I like music that I just can relate to at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, my number 1 would be "No Smoke" by NBA Youngboy.
Yeah,
I just feel like nobody in my class want no smoke, especially locally. You know what I'm saying? Really, nobody.
Yeah. All right. Who else you listen to?
Kevin Gates.
Yeah, I like Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
I like Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates a big motivator.
You know what? Who came out surprised me? I was listening to riding to the airport. Was Jaden Smith, Will Smith singer.
Bro, he go rap, man.
I was shocked.
He can rap.
I'm impressed. I'm like, man, the album well put together. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I got you. But look, I was checking you out on YouTube. It was called "Living the Hustle." Living the Hustle. Yeah, I checked it out. Like, that was usually younger when you did that. Huh?
Yeah, I was way younger.
Well, I did some research on you. I was checking you out. I said, let me just check the boy out. So, how that transpired? Like, how did you get on this show?
Basically, that was me transitioning into the pro ranks, to me trying to turn pro. I was still amateur, trying to get my first professional fight. It took like 4 months to get a professional fight, and that was just basically leading up, showing what I was doing, training, showing how I was, trying to prepare for my first professional fight, basically.
Yeah, I see your work ethic. I checked you out. I was like, okay, he doing it. Yeah. And when you were sparring, I said, okay. I said, he quick. I didn't get the fight. I was supposed to get a ticket from Yeah. I hit him up. He got about 20 things going though, but shout out to him. He always showed love though. He got the interview with me for Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. So I was able to, he came, man, I'm gonna get you more keys. I said, man, I'm gonna have to get into him because you be busy, man. But like for example, I know you see Mayweather fight. Everybody thinks Mayweather just a defense fighter. He's not a brawler. Like, what type of fighter you consider yourself like a?
And it's hard to put your hand on it. I know Andre Ward with Bernard Hopkins.
I like Andre Ward.
I love Floyd. Like, I just do what it takes to win. That's all I'm trying to do.
Who's your role model boxer that you?
Andre Ward.
He underrated, man.
Yeah,
he real underrated. He never lost, though.
Nah, he ain't lost since he was 14. In the amateurs. He won the gold medal.
Yeah, that's what I said. He underrated, man. I don't know why.
Lost since he was like either 12 or 14. He ain't lost since.
Yeah, but he's so underrated. I'm shocked.
Yeah, probably got the best overall boxing career of all time.
So, what you consider your top ranks? Like out of Muhammad Ali, Tyson, or Mayweather? Like who? Like your top 5?
Yeah, that's hard. Muhammad Ali, definitely number 1. I'm gonna say Joe Louis, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson first, and then Sugar Ray Leonard, then Floyd. There's so many great fighters.
Okay. You went straight to
back in the day.
Yeah, it was
back
real.
in the day. It was different. They ain't pick their fighters. It wasn't about really like money. Well, it was about money, but it wasn't like it's about money now.
You're right. They picked their fighters.
So it was like back in the day, they was just like, "Oh, you the best fighter, we gonna fight." They didn't worry about like they weren't worried about their records, keeping their records pretty and nothing like that. They was just like, "Oh, you the best, let's fight." Like,
no, that's true.
So whatever.
They worry about their record.
They gave the fans what they wanted to see. Like, it took like 7 years for Mayweather and
Pacquiao
to fight.
I think Pacquiao would have given him a run for his money
Back
when he was knocking people
young,
out.
yeah.
But it was so old, he waited so long, and it wasn't even a fight.
I mean, but it wasn't all Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, didn't want to take certain drug tests. But still, like, back in the day, it wasn't like that fighter's fault,
So, did you ever get a chance? I don't know, I'm asking you, matter of fact, like the Olympics for boxing, did you ever compete in that yet?
Nah, they never went to an Olympic trial or qualifier ever.
Do you want to?
What's the bracket in that? Like,
I'm a professional now. It's on amateur.
You gotta do that before.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta do that before.
You turn pro.
Okay.
And then I was a senior in high school. And my boss was just like, "Man, just be a senior, man. You know what I'm saying? Just senior high school. You gonna have to miss a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying, to pursue that." And he was just like, "Man, just you know what I'm saying, just be a senior in high school." You know what I'm saying? Bronze, all that, And so that's what I did. And then after the Olympics passed, I was just ready to go pro. I stayed amateur like one more year after high school, and then that's when I went pro.
What's the next fight you got coming up?
The next fight I got coming up, hopefully it'll be January 20th in Houston again.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, do you have the details for us so you can tell people?
Oh no, I don't really have any details. Y'all really weren't supposed to even know that.
Oh yeah, well, when you know, I definitely want to check you out.
Okay.
Like, so where you see yourself in the next 2 years?
World title. I feel like by 2019. But yeah.
Because you fight what, every 6 months?
Every 3 months now. At first it was like that before I got signed. But it was horrible. I couldn't find no fight. I couldn't get a fight in Houston, my hometown. It was just bad.
So how do you get fights? How do you get fights to fight different people? Do you just, hey, I want to fight?
It's a lot, man. It's like boxing is more of a business than it is a sport. It's like it's an A side to boxing, it's a B side to boxing. I ain't been on both sides, you know what I'm saying? It's A side fighters are the fighters, they got people behind them, money behind them, probably was an amateur star or whatever. B side is the guy that's, brought in to have a good fight with the dude but lose, Ultimately he's the underdog, he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And I've been on both sides because when I turned pro, I didn't have a deal, and then I just turned pro.
Gotcha.
So I was just trying to fight anybody, it didn't matter. Anybody with a deal or a B-side fighter, didn't matter. So for 3 fights, I was on the A side, and I built my record up to 3-0. And I got a call from Vegas from Floyd Mayweather's camp to fight a guy in his camp for him. So I haven't had a fight in a year before that, so I didn't care. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll go to Vegas and fight. Yeah. It was like 2-week notice, but I stayed in the gym, so I was ready. So I went down there, and I fought one of Floyd's fighters, and I ended up taking a controversy L because when you go down there, it's like they play crazy games. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was a 4-round fight. He won 3 rounds to 1. That's why I got the L on my record.
Yeah.
So
4 rounds?
4 rounds, yeah. It was supposed to be a 6-round fight, but then they changed it the day before. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
I was gonna ask, that was one of my questions I had to ask you, but you already answered it already.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I'm past it now, but after that, it took me a whole another year to fight. And then when I got another fight, it was in LA against one of Golden Boy's fighters. It's Oscar De La Hoya's camp. And I got a call to go fight him in a week notice. But I was again in the gym. Ready.
Yeah.
He was 8-0, I was 3-1. And my first 6-round fight, went down there and ended up winning that fight. So that's what kind of put me back on the map.
Yeah.
So then I fought again on the B side again in Louisiana, and I won that fight.
Yeah.
So then after that, that's when I had got signed to this promoter named Marshall Kaufman to King's Promotions. And
you say King's Promotions?
King's Promotions, yeah. And he
Don King?
Nah. Not Don King.
I don't know. I'm asking. That's why I say. That's why I say damn.
Nah. But it's Marshall Kaufman was a 2016 promoter of the year. He had 26 shows that year.
Oh, Marshall. Okay.
Yeah. So I signed with him, and that's who I've been with these last 3 fights.
All right.
This was like my first year fighting 3 times in 1 year.
Oh, he doing this work?
I fought at the most 2 times in 1 year. So it was my first year doing 3 times in 1 year.
That's good.
Really, really like.
You need somebody to
8
feed
months,
you.
really.
Yeah, that's good 3 times in a year.
So yeah, I've been on both sides of boxing. So when you ask me like how you get a fight, it's basically when you're on the A side, your team is responsible for paying your opponent, your B side opponent. Mm-hmm. So whether that be just you straight coming out of pocket or you selling tickets, to the fight to actually fund you fighting an opponent. Basically, what I just did my last fight to fight Houston. Basically, if I wanted to fight, my promoter is based out of Philadelphia. Yeah. If I wanted to fight in Houston, I had to, basically fund myself. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did this last fight. So I basically did this last fight for my people. Basically, you got to come out of pocket for your opponent.
Yeah.
And right now, since I'm ranked right now 68 in the U.S., the price, is up for a person to fight me. He gonna want some money. You know what I'm saying? So it's when you ask how you get a fight, it's expensive. You gotta pay your opponent to come in and fight, unless it's 2 young fighters. One's 15 and 0 or 15 and 1 or 20 and 0, 20 and 1, whatever. They get 20 fights, and it's time to step up. And then it'll be one promoter's guy versus the other promoter's guy, and then they'll sell you off to a TV network, something like that. And that's when the big money come.
Okay.
That's when the promoters.
That's where the Showtime and stuff.
Yeah, you're not paying.
I be seeing little fights come on Showtime. It be HBO. It be the people that we don't really know of, but if you're on TV, you come in.
Yeah. I mean the network is paying you now. The promoter's not paying the other guy. You know what I'm saying? The network, gives the money. So then now, you making.
So you haven't fought on national TV yet?
I fought on the biggest network I fought on was when I went to LA. That was actually my first TV bout.
So when you get that Showtime
in LA, it was also the
because it's fighting. Got one called Fighting at the Dark or something. I saw one called Fighting at the Dark.
Yeah, HBO After Dark. The one I fought on was LA Fight Club. That's what they call it. Mm-hmm. In the Belasco Theater in LA, downtown LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they sell that out every time, and they have I forgot the TV network's name, but I was on TV for that fight.
So what's your thing? Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, I just wanted to know because, when you're boxing and you're first starting pro, it's not like you get too much. It's not like you get too much hype in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So what motivates you and dedicates you to keep pushing? Because just getting one a year, or somebody call you out the blue, and then it's in a week's time, and that's just the one boxing match that you got that year. What keeps you motivated and dedicated to be I need to keep going, or to not be I don't want to stop? Yeah.
It's because I know how good I am. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've been doing this since I was 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm real good, and it's I spar champions and top ranked fighters. They got good backing behind them. I be killing them in sparring. I'm not gonna say no names and nothing like that, but guys is already there. So I know my talent. It's just the world ain't seen it yet.
Right.
That's the only thing. So, but as I build my resume and go up in the ranks, which I have tremendously, I was ranked
before the fight in LA, I was ranked at like 1,200. I think that fight was a year and a half ago. I was ranked like 1,200 in the US. And I'm ranked 68.
And how many people, like, with the ranking, so people can understand 68 is a big deal? How many people are in that pot?
Like 2,000.
Yeah.
So,
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people to be number 68.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
well, and then with the record of 81, we only got 9 fights. But the level of competition that I've been fighting is good.
Yeah.
You know, I already fought 300 fighters before, so.
Yeah, when I look on your Instagram, I always see #marvelous. I want to know what that's about. Is it I saw a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a clothing line coming out? Do you have, is that your little logo? Your little...
That's my brand, Marvelous. That's my alias, you know, my boxing name, Marvelous Marquis Taylor. It's basically going to be my brand. It's going to be all types of stuff coming out, shirts. I want to have apparel like joggers, hoodies, hats, all types of stuff is going to be coming out soon.
You gonna brand yourself. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
He had his shirt, the shirt that he has, he put out like some years, like a couple of years ago maybe. Your first shirt, that Marvelous shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that brand actually keeping that shirt and sticking with that one shirt from that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that, so I'm like, okay. And you actually put it on your page, maybe some like recently.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, okay, that's the same shirt from some years back. So that's how you brand, y'all. If y'all didn't know, he give me
I saw it on. That's what popped up on YouTube too when they talked about you in the storyline. So I saw that. So tell me this: when you get that first check, that you know what check I'm talking about, man.
that bag.
That bag. What you gonna do?
Man, how much time you got?
Hey, we got time. We got 30 minutes left.
But my first check, what I'm gonna do? First thing I'm gonna do probably is pray and just thank God, because you know how much it's taking to get
Oh yeah,
there.
oh yeah. It's
Yes,
rolls.
yes.
It's rolls, bro.
And I'm gonna look out for the people that was helping me along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's always the first.
Then
Then you just balling up.
Then I'm ball out.
You gotta ball out.
Yeah, one good time. But I'm gonna be smart, you know. It's gonna last forever, so. Yeah.
Yeah, you right. So when you plan, like I know you're in welterweight, but if you kind of conquer that championship, you plan on trying to move up? Or
Definitely trying to move up.
I see a lot of people gain weight, drop down, go back up, and
I'm trying to be pound for pound. I'm trying to win a title at 147, then go to 54, then 60, then 68, then hopefully one day light heavyweight.
Okay,
Just like Hearns did, Tommy Hearns.
Yeah, that's their work. Mm-hmm. That's their work. That's putting it out of work. Who your trainer is?
My head trainer is my pops, Stacy Taylor.
Okay.
And then James Johnson and James Cooper. So
your dad is your main trainer?
Yeah, he the one that since I was 7, taught me everything I know.
Did he box before? Or
yeah, but he never went pro in that. He just did amateur.
He just can teach you those life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
He don't get in my corner though for my fights.
Why?
That's why I have corner me. I have that's why James Cooper and James Johnson get in my corner. He just rather not get in my corner. You know,
that's
just too close to the action. Like there's blood in there, so he like I'd rather just be back and be a fan at night. You know, I'll train you in the gym and everything, but my fights, he's like number one fan at the fight.
I'm laughing because
that was
that's Floyd Mayweather daddy be in the ring with him, and he fussing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's all fussing.
Some people can, some people just different. He tried it before, it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. But this Talk to Me podcast, y'all. This episode 31. We just 25 minutes in. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Resources for Better Health, New Orleans Hookah, Ashley, my favorite hygienist, and Valon Consulting. And we got Marquis on, man. Can we dig in that personal life, man? What you do on your free time? Because I know you don't box all the time. You gotta do something. You gotta do something on your free time,
what's your
man.
hobbies? What are your hobbies?
I still bought from here and there. You know.
You be an engine room?
I done been in there a couple times.
No kids?
No kids? No kids. I'm telling y'all, I work a lot. Like, I got 2 jobs now. I box at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that is your hobby. Working. That's your
Seriously,
hobby.
like,
Nah, I feel you. Ain't no wrong with that. You see, that keeps you out of trouble. 2 jobs. You ain't got to deal with. You stay out of trouble.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. You single?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta sell Chris. Single and no kids, Chris.
Well, he better just keep working on 2 jobs. you don't want no kids when you ain't.
None at all.
You don't need
not
none
until
now.
you're ready. Not until you're ready.
Nah, but you got a mission though. Right now, you gotta stay on it. Stay focused.
Stay focused.
But you got a
Get to my
boo or
goals.
something. I know you got a boo or something.
Yeah, I got a boo.
Yeah, all right. So that's.
This side seat is gonna be this little seat is gonna be a little tough. He got no boo.
Man, but I know how that is. But so what's a like I say like a date? What you do for a date for when you go on a date or something like? You kind of chill movies. What?
Yeah, like going catch a movie. I like to eat. I like something to eat when I don't have to cut weight.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I like to go out.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I like to stay home, but yeah, basically movie and something to eat.
Okay. Yeah.
I go to Dave and Buster's and play games and eat there, play pool, something like that.
So you like a fun girl? I mean, not like fun girl like that, but you like
You
a you like a girl. You like a girl that's active, adventurous, and things like that. Not or
I can
do you
do
like
it all.
Yeah, you like all into one.
You know, when the time is right. Yeah, it's like good to do it all.
So tell me this: once you get into your status where it's like when you at that level where you gotta kind of watch out for certain chicks because if you don't want to know if they're after you because of your career, money, or they just after you just for you. You kind of you probably have a girl by then already, but by the time you get way up that ladder.
I be thinking about that all the time.
You gotta think about it because
that's why you have to secure it before you get secure.
That's when they come out the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? Like you can look at why Floyd don't have no girl. He got 5 girlfriends. I'm like, but we already know that's
nobody.
But and that's money too. You got 5 girlfriends and they cool with it. They like that's money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Gotta find somebody on his level.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But
y'all think that someone is on his level? Because I mean, honestly, I felt like Miss Jackson was on his level. I guess because
that's why he was hurt.
Because Miss Jackson was definitely boss. But
that's the one with Nelly. Huh?
Yeah, that's Miss Jackson. Yeah, like I felt like that was a
but
good
she
fit
left him, right? She left him. She said he was arrogant and all type of other things, but that money.
He still could have, but he could have went and got his woman. Like seriously.
Nah, he couldn't get her back. Nelly did something right because she's still with Nelly. So that money will change you though. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
If you don't pay attention, it would. So if you don't got the right people around you, I think it'll change you. It change everybody a little bit. I ain't gonna say it's not. You ain't gonna be just like you're gonna do a lot of things different because when people get money. Like everything changed for us. They dressing and stuff. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm saying you ain't used to wear Louis Vuitton before, so you wear it now because you can afford it, or you wear it now because that's the brand. You got me?
That's a good question. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like so, I be wondering like, damn, why you wearing that now? You ain't have to wear it now. It's just to show people I can afford it, or show that I got it. Because I see other people or other races, they don't wear that. They just be in a suit, a nice pair of jeans, and a shirt with a nice watch, and and they got other things going. But when you see our culture, is like it's got to be on the jet. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well,
but
you got to be on the jet though.
We be on jets.
Like you said, the jewelry or the clothes.
You got to be like even Bow Wow. Bow Wow had to try to keep up an image. They caught him playing, sitting on the jet taking pictures. You saw that? You know what I'm saying? Because he trying to keep up an image. You see what I'm saying? Then they showed him, the dude showed him on a commercial playing after that. Like, I'm like,
I just feel like black people just want to keep up the image. White people or other races, they have money too, and they spend their money, but they wait to sit there and stunt. I feel like we stunt at the wrong times. That's the big problem. Because even when you're in the mall and when you go into the if you go into Saks Fifth and things, you see other races buying stuff. They just know when to buy it, and they don't flaunt their things. So they may have Louis Vuitton shoes that they never wear. They may wear them and they may buy them and wear them in 3 or 4 months to a wedding, that they like. It's not like they overwear their fashion.
Walmart and you see some red bottoms in Walmart. Something like that.
But they'll wear like a Walmart t-shirt or whatever. They won't wear their fashion, their designer things daily like black people do when we want to stunt because we have it.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
That's true.
no, that's definitely true. Well, once you famous, you good.
Yeah.
Like, you can wear whatever. You can wear a Walmart t-shirt. You Marquis Taylor. What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't already put your brand out there, so you ain't really got to do nothing. All you got to do is show up.
You can wear a Marvelous shirt. You can wear a Marvelous shirt every day.
You can wear a Marvelous shirt every day. You know what I'm saying? They're not going. You already just stated your name. That's why it's like once you get to that peak of your career, it's like you already know.
And like you said, like I might have a couple of Louis shirts or Versace shirts, but I'll wait till the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll wear my stuff and pull it out. When it's some special or something.
Yeah. Look, that's what I try to tell these women when they're going on a date. Look, keep your good stuff to the back of the closet. You trying to impress that man on the first date like that? Keep your good stuff to the back of the closet.
Nowadays, you got to impress on that first date, though. I'm sorry, man.
No.
Nowadays, the temptation is so bad now. Out here, you gotta show something on the first date.
This is what I'm gonna do to see if it's true. I'm not gonna sit there and put on my best stuff for you in the beginning. Yes, of course I'm gonna look nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna put on my makeup and I'm gonna look nice. But you don't get that until whenever, and that's just because that weeds out the bad men. so if you have to worry about me like that in the beginning, then maybe I don't need you. So so I could use my pretty dress that I didn't waste on a beep nigga for that man that waited that third, fourth date.
That's true.
Schooling y'all over here.
Well, you can school them now. We're gonna get in this hot seat. You can go ahead and take over from there and put them on the hot seat.
So if you, I have we had this conversation, me and a friend of mine. If you were living with your girlfriend and y'all were paying bills, how are the bills supposed to go? I want to know this. How are the bills supposed to go?
See why it's called a hot seat now. I'm gonna say, it just depends on what y'all come to an agreement, or it depends on who makes the most. You know what I'm saying? Or
why are you pulling me closer? You pulling your microphone?
No, because I was gonna answer right behind you.
Right? I don't know. It just depends on the situation, but I'm gonna go and say 50-50.
Ooh,
50, y'all. I'm gonna say, I don't know.
No, that's it. Everybody has a different.
The dude just making buku amount of money, man. You should have no problem.
That's what I was gonna say. He took the words out. He got his ass to stay.
You know what I'm saying? But if y'all both at a level,
you know, y'all both at this level, ain't no problem playing 50-50 until the guy comes up or whatever he doing, and he able to take,
I feel that, Marquis.
take care of it.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Well, it was an argument. They had people saying 50-50. Some people was like, oh yeah, he paid the rent and you pay the utilities. Mm-hmm. Some people was like, forget all that, he paid the whole 50-50. So it's like, okay, I don't think the man should pay to pay everything. I feel like you should give a woman responsibility, because if you don't, she'll get lazy on you. She really will. And she'll depend on you so much. I mean, as a woman, we're supposed to depend on a man. Not all the time. But, a man is the head of the household. He's the lead. So y'all can kind of make us lazy if y'all spoil us like that. Mm-hmm. So you have to give us some type of responsibility, I feel. So 50-50, or me paying the utilities, you paying the rent, something. But I have to pay something.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
So, yeah.
When you're in a relationship, it's really like every man's dream to spoil their girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
In a relationship. That's true. You can't wait till that day you can, ball out on your chick. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if the man had it, he wouldn't have no problem making the woman lazy. I feel like.
I don't want it. I mean, that's some
That's
women. Some women be like, what?
Stay like that.
Let me take that ticket.
Yeah.
He making me lazy? What? Because some of them lazy anyway. Some of them lazy anyway. They're just looking for, somebody
stay at home mom. That's what they call it. Well, stay at home mom supposed because you got like 3 or 4 kids.
Right. A stay at home mom is not one. You have one child and you just want to stay at home. No, I don't feel like that's stay at home.
Yeah.
So that's different.
So
yeah.
What's the craziest thing you ever? Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Couple.
A couple? Mm. What's the craziest thing you've ever done for a girl? For a woman?
Craziest thing I ever done?
Because love make you do some crazy things.
Yeah, won't it?
So you should know. You saying you agree with me? You should know the story.
It's some stuff that I can't even just talk about. I really
got to tell him, Chris, that he can plead the fifth.
I really can't legally talk about it.
We'll talk about the legal stuff.
Craziest thing.
We all done something crazy, I think.
You probably cried. You
that ain't crazy. Crying ain't crazy. That's sensitive.
Crying and pleading is, well.
That's not crazy. It's crazy something like, I don't know, but
crazy
that's not crazy. Like
knocking on her door in the middle of the night.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
That is crazy.
That's not crazy.
I did that.
You ain't answer the phone, so I showed up.
Look, I did that in the daytime.
That's not crazy.
I pulled up for.
You pulled up on them. Oh, you did up on them before.
So I pulled up.
That's not crazy. I had a chick tell me her boyfriend, when she used to get home, used to smell her drawers.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Smell her drawers just to see what it, that's crazy.
But no, they have them women that smell to see if you have that soap, if you have a clean smell down there or something just like that.
Crazy.
That's just because you answer she down there. That's all that is.
Can't smell that. I smell too good.
I took a shower at 24-hour fitness. That's it.
No, 24-hour fitness nothing. Bring your funky ass home and take a shower so I can know, what I'm saying?
Yeah, I take a shower after every workout too at my gym.
Oh my gosh.
She must be on you.
I wouldn't think you was cheating if I knew that you take a shower. But you know how men slick. Y'all slick as fuck.
Wow.
Now y'all know y'all take a shower. Y'all take a shower at 24 Fitness. Take a shower. Shit. You be like, oh yeah, she know I take a shower here or whatever. Then you heard him and do blah 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 and tell her I took a shower at 24 Fitness. That's how y'all do.
Women slick.
Bro,
women are sticking in men. I already know that.
Y'all so cold.
we may be slicker because you know
Y'all
we can
slick.
get away with stuff,
Yeah,
you know, but
yeah.
you have to
Y'all
to
to
really
keep up with the same story and stuff.
But
Yeah, we can't do that.
You don't have to
Our story gonna change up a couple times. So
Well-
y'all be sticking with the same story.
Well, y'all gotta
They-
get on game.
They lie. They lie in events. What they
Exactly.
do if they got a meeting in, it could be in St. Louis, for example. She gonna tell you she got a meeting 2 months in advance,
Man, for
and it's
real.
gonna be installed in your head that my wife going out of town. She got a
Yeah.
meeting.
You ain't worried about it. You seriously ain't worried
You ain't
about
worried
it.
about it because she didn't told you
I'm
2
good.
months in
And she
advance.
I'm good.
that whole time.
So you remember I told you? Oh yeah, they had you on their side. Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Go
She
be
gonna do it.
safe.
You know us. We gonna take it the day before. Oh, I'm about to go out,
Yeah,
baby.
man, I ain't want to tell you because I knew you gonna get mad when I told you.
Yeah, that's how it is. I know. I'm telling you, you could spend the whole day with them, and then at night, wait, what you getting dressed for? Oh man, I tell you, I'm going with the guys. The whole facial
Nah, but
expression change.
see, that's the
Everything
thing
changed.
that y'all do. Y'all plan that stuff like that too. Oh, you know, I'll spend the whole day with her so I can go out with the guys. Like, seriously, y'all think that we just fell off
Yes.
a banana boat somewhere. Like we don't know what y'all doing. It's like
You have to do that though. It's mandatory. You gotta spend the whole day with your girlfriend
That's
to
life.
go out.
That's life. Just want you.
So then when she hit you there, you never spend no. Yesterday we just was together the whole day. Yesterday, what you talking about?
Oh, that don't matter. They want the whole weekend.
so.
They don't want the whole weekend. And that's the
So-
thing about commitment. So, like right now, you good. You committed to boxing. You got
Yeah.
your job.
Yeah.
You can already put it in here. Look, baby, I box, so I really can't give you no time. You know that should be
Can't
easy.
be a good boyfriend right now.
Look,
It's
that's
not fair
it.
to you.
That's your
That's-
excuses to girls when they try
It's
to
not fair to you.
get you.
But he not lying. That's the
Really,
thing about him.
that's
So they
what
gotta
really
respect his
Yeah,
honesty. You see what I'm
that's
saying? So,
Like if I was to get in a relationship, it's just I wouldn't be a good.
oh, you gonna find somebody that's low, or you might got somebody that's just paying off. Just waiting, like
They just waiting.
I'm waiting on Marquis, so we're gonna be good in a few years anyway. So you gonna find somebody that's just waiting. That's gonna be like, I'm gonna hold it down.
Look, we slick in many ways.
They got people gonna wait. You gonna find out. They gonna wait. They might come sit at the gym and do their homework and watch you box. Look, they
We're
gonna
slick in many ways.
they know what it is.
We know what we want ahead of time.
I already know.
It's cool. I was looking at, I think there's Snoop and Ice Cube. They both with their wives from high school.
yeah.
Like that's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like all the many years. That's a
Even
lot of.
LeBron James.
Yeah, that's
You know,
what I'm saying.
like for him, you know, he has.
Yeah.
You know, he top ball player.
Yeah, but it's stuff you gotta do with. You gotta do it. It's a lot of stuff.
live.
That's love. You gotta worry about people dealing and you hiding, getting to your hotel. You flying on trips. It's nothing but the like temptation and stuff. Like so, I guess it's just how you hold it together, man. I don't know how they do that. 'Cause
I think that's pretty cool because you know they was there before NBA.
yeah, that's real
You
cool.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they know for a fact that man, she with me for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's the difference. That's why I was asking you, like, did you have anybody with you, like, right now? Because it's like, that's probably the weirdest feeling if you don't know if they with you for your money.
I mean,
or they just
I
with
do
you.
understand that you know a woman don't want no dude that ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that's
At the
true.
end of
That's
the
true.
day.
That's
So
true.
I mean,
But you can definitely
You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell when they kind of doing stuff. I mean, you may not tell in the beginning because they put on a good facade, but you can tell after a while that okay, this girl just doing this for my money. But then when you keep running into that, that's when trust issues start coming into the play because you're tired of doing it, you're tired of dealing with the shit.
yeah.
That's why people deal with, like, rappers
Yeah.
deal with other singers and
Even
stuff like that.
before the money, like girls, you know, they just see the potential, and they're trying to get you off that. Just off
Right.
the potential, the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? See me working real hard, and they see it, like you say, plotting.
Yeah, it is probably. But I think
At the end of the day,
if you don't have nobody by the time you get to that point, you get your R&B singer. You'll be fine. At least you know you ain't got to worry about no money issue. But that's how it usually happens. Usually, some people, up and coming boxer, you meet an up and coming single, an up and coming track star, up and coming WNBA player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you can meet just a person a beautician or something. Just somebody got their own thing where you know y'all
they
both
got
doing
their
your
own
thing.
money that they-
Because nowadays there's a lot of independent women dude that got their own stuff. You ain't got to worry about nothing. So
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
that's easy. Like you know, it's a bunch out here. So especially with the hair business, I'm like everybody's
The
selling
beauty
hair.
business,
The beauty
yes,
business was up.
estheticians. Shout out to y'all. Cause
Yeah, everybody's selling hair. This weave, like, you know, girl be telling you, like, one girl told me her hair was like $300 to get fixed. Like, I'm like, man, get out of here. You lying. This is like a long time ago.
Okay, so bundles cost about $225, 160 something, $225. Then you have to get them installed, which is like $150 to $200. So think about that. It's an investment.
It's an investment. It's definitely an investment.
Unless you want somebody to do it out the hood that charge $60, you know.
Yeah, we do sometimes.
That'd be the ones that
But they
You know what
shoot.
they do.
I've ran into
I seen
them.
it. You can
I've
tell it
ran
look like a
into them.
$60 job if you get that lace front done wrong. 'Cause I saw some horrible lace fronts. And
Yes.
I don't know. It's worth $400, I guess. You know, if you're gonna do it, all right. But if we 4 to 6 minutes in, we usually let the guests ask us questions. If you got any questions for us, you know, we open to any questions you got for us.
Any questions? Professional, personal, anything. We in the hot seats.
I see.
All right, so
What about you? You got women?
Nah, I'm single right now. I'm
you got
just,
none. Yeah, you be lying.
You got any?
Nah, I got friends. I got, you know, people I talk to. You know, we can go have a meal, hang out. You know, just right now, I'm just like I'm like you. I'm focused on getting my podcast up and going. I got my other little online business. I'm focused on a lot of different stuff. So that's about it for me.
That's what's up. What about you?
Yes, I'm single. Single.
You got no notifications calling?
I have no heads calling me, but I try to block them.
Focus.
Yes, I stay focused.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
That's what's up.
sooner, you know, something will come along. I guess.
Where you from?
I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah. That was a dub, right?
Yeah.
I can tell. Nice.
Yeah.
So you going home for Thanksgiving?
I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. My family actually came to Thanksgiving. Came here yesterday. Well, no, day before yesterday. We had Thanksgiving dinner yesterday.
Oh, you lucky.
Shout out to my mom for making that.
Shout out for that gumbo. Yeah.
That gumbo was off the chain.
Damn.
Yeah, her mama did it in for that.
I should have
gumbo.
bought you a bowl.
You should have.
Wait, you watch it or wait?
No, not right now. I'm getting fat in the middle. You know, I just had that fight on the 11th. I just won, so.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving, you gonna chow down?
Man, this is going to be my first Thanksgiving in like 3 years being able to.
Yeah, being able to actually do
I'm
something.
about to.
Yeah, you about to tear it up.
Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to fix me a small plate of everything and eat about 15 slices of sweet potato pie.
He about to be like you was yesterday,
I know, I
Chris.
ate it
On
already.
that, Chris had like
she
3
had
bowls of gumbo.
They had the sweet potato pies already, like a little mini take home when you can just grab with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
the
did
little
it.
personal
You
one.
know, it's called a rule that you got to make a plate before you do the dessert thing.
Well,
So I'm going to make my little plate.
you know, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know they got the
So
meals
you
out.
just want the sweet potato pie.
That's my. Yeah, I wait. I only get it 2 days out the year, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
And they got the memes out. What they call it? Family with black Thanksgiving with black people. You seen them?
No, I ain't seen the meme. What the meme say?
It's always different ones. It say it had one dude looking back at the dude, and it say when you about to fix your plate and people in the background say leave some for your 18. You know what I'm saying? No, you not leave some for your 18. Leave some for everybody. And
I was looking at them crazy like, no.
I'm taking home a couple
That's what I'm
plates.
saying. They're
for
not
sure.
here. But you know, Thanksgiving. That's I love Thanksgiving. That's like the best time of the year.
Yeah, and then there's I was born on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Born on the
birthday.
25th.
Damn.
I was born on Thanksgiving. It don't fall on the 25th this year, but I think it falls every 7 years or something like that.
Oh, that's tight.
So yeah, always the best time of the year.
Yeah, that's tight. How old are you?
I'm gonna be 24.
Oh,
Why you have to think? He was like, I'm gonna be.
Oh man, you fresh, man. You 24, no kids.
Ooh, I'm
man,
I'm trying not to sell you.
Yeah, you just gotta stay. All you gotta do is stay focused, man.
Yeah.
I'm so focused.
You haven't been in no trouble or nothing, huh? No jail or nothing?
Not really.
Well, you out of it right now. That's you. Look, I'm thinking about Meek Mills. You don't want to be on papers. Nobody want to be in that system. That's the worst place to be in right now.
Yeah,
So,
cause he getting hell, man. I cannot believe they
renewed his bail, so he go on the 27th. So he get another hearing. He got lucky because everybody, signed that picture.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, and Colin
lucky.
Kaepernick said something on Twitter yesterday or day before yesterday, talking about him. He had called them and talked to him. So he just was telling everybody, thank you for being there for me, and everything that y'all doing on the outside is helping me on the inside. So
Yeah, that's hard.
shout out to Colin though, because he definitely he's making history. He's gonna be in our history books, y'all.
Yeah.
Because he's doing some big things for black people.
We needed them, man, for the Texans, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying. They don't want to pick him up. You already know he got blackballed.
They rather lose.
They rather lose than pick him up. I saw that, and their record was still right there. They still was close.
Because
I was like, man, they ain't want. That's why you already know what it is. But you already know. You heard what the owner comments was. He definitely wasn't about to pick him up.
right.
Then they hired. The reason was he ain't took a snap in so long. Then they hired someone that ain't took a snap since 2011.
That's what I'm saying. They
of color.
Thought that was gonna be.
Man, that's cold blooded, brother. But you know what our system do. That's definitely what it is. You got any shout out you want to give out, Marquis?
Yeah. Shout out to my sister Portia.
Oh, that's your sister?
Hey, Marcia.
And my bro.
All right.
My mama. What's up, mama? Pops.
Hey, Pops.
O Athletic, the whole gym of O Athletic, my gym.
That's on 610, huh? Stella Link?
Nah, that's on North Shepherd, my team.
Okay, what's one on Stella Link?
That's what's what I fought at.
That's what you fought. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, shout out to the best gym in Southern Region. O Athletic, best gym. Yeah, so
Alright, make sure, man, when the next fight come up, bro, just let us know. We gonna be in attendance. I definitely want to check you out.
Definitely.
You say it might be January though.
yeah, January 20th might be here in Houston. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope it's in Houston. I definitely want to come check it out. You got any shout outs?
Shout out to my baby. She came saw me this week, so shout out to her. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to dad. That's it. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my podcast family. Love y'all.
Shout out to the Jazz. Shout out to Marquis and his family coming through, showing us love. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh yeah.
We actually on SoundCloud, YouTube. I'm gonna shoot you the link that way you can listen to it and check it out. Look at the video.
Okay. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna ASAP. I'm gonna link it to you because you're already on YouTube.
Okay.
And that's it, man. So appreciate y'all logging in. Episode 31, Marquis Taylor. That's it. God bless y'all. Good night.
All right, peace.
That was quick. That was what? Quick 53.
You forgot to do the gossip segment.
I ain't what could we did. We already.